Esteban, can you hear me, bro? Hello, hello. Who's there?
I'm here.
It's
Hey.
Amanda. Hey, kid.
Oh, where am I?
Where are you?
I can't see me.
I don't know.
I'm gonna set up our live stream.
Yeah. I can't.
Ah, start video.
I'm gonna share the link with the group so they can hop in.
Yeah,
I learned.
yeah.
Oh, it's Esteban. He's got the rep voice on.
What up? What up?
What's up, my guy?
All good in here. Hey,
Dude.
Hey, Kate. Hey, Amanda.
Hi there. Hi, Esteban.
Hope you have a nice day.
And you.
Yeah, hi.
Oh,
Very nice, thank you.
So good.
I've gone.
No, you're still here.
Oh, I can't see you now. What's happened?
We're seeing you loud and clear.
Oh, oh, there you are.
Nice. What's up, gang?
Cool.
Amazing seeing all your shiny faces. I'm gonna go ahead and share the join link with our group so we can have more friendly visitors.
I'm just gonna go sort the kids out.
Okay.
Who's got a win to share? Go ahead and pop your highlights in the comments just right now. Like, what's been your biggest win of the week so far? I got some exciting. This is going to be a good one. Some exciting news, big wins. I just shared a little bit in the comments. And we have so many new members. I'm going to invite some of them in. But you know, I won't take away from this. So. Messenger, and I'm going to turn off my notifications. Oh, Donna's asking for the link, so I'm going to go ahead and pop it in the chat. Donna's here.
Hello.
Hey, hey.
Hi, how's everyone?
Welcome.
Well, howdy, partners.
What's up? It's Ken Conklin. Straight from Texas. I'm just kidding.
California way.
California. Love it. Sweet. Well, hello and welcome
Hello.
to the Monday Mastermind. And say hello to Facebook, everyone, because we're streaming.
Hi.
Sweet.
Hello, Facebook.
Yeah, there's a little delay here, but you're on it. So good. Ellie is on. Dude, just want to acknowledge everyone here for hopping on a Monday and coming so consistently. It's great to see you guys recurring and seeing that you're still getting the value from the connection. So go ahead and for just a minute, for 30 seconds, okay? I'm gonna put 30 seconds on the clock. Mute yourself, and in the comment box, type in, and even if you're watching from the Facebook Live, type in what's been your number one win this week. So what are we celebrating? Even if you're new, it's a good way to get to know somebody by knowing what they're celebrating. So pop it in the comments. What are you celebrating? I'm gonna while you do that, I'm gonna share a big one for me, and I'm even gonna share my screen because I knew I think Ken is telling me I have lettuce in my teeth. Okay, thank you. That's brotherhood right here. So don't look at my teeth. Look at my screen. I'll fix this. But so I just want to share my behind the scenes. I knew I was there, but I never actually looked at the math. And between my Stripe and PayPal together in the last 12 months, I exceeded $110,000 in cash collected. That's not including my Venmo, which I have a couple of hundreds of in there too. But I just want to share this because I know like building a six-figure business is something that's a goal for many, and it kind of seemed at some point that it would never happen, you know. And so I just wanted to share this, not to just impress you, but also to show you that even though you feel like quitting and like all of this stuff, sometimes it's not just possible; it's actually inevitable if you don't quit. And you guys are here to get the support. And yeah, and I'm going to be sharing some things with you that helped me, you know, to get there on the journey. Is that cool? And what's really cool is I want to hear Esteban's. Esteban, if you're still around, I would love for you to hop on and put you on a hot seat for your wins in the last week or two, because I think your story is kind of inspiring, if I do say so myself. Especially when it comes to the master classes, and I know Donna has been crushing with master classes too, or like the live, the live performance model. And I'm gonna share with you some fun things that I'm planning for the end of the week, just how you can implement like live master classes and that stuff. So, but anyway, more about that later. I would love to hear from you, Esteban. What are you celebrating this week?
Whoa, a lot. Before I was in the program with you, I was really, really depressed. So that's a major win. I'm in the other side right now. I'm full of energy. I'm really happy. And I'm happy also to see every one of you here, like familiar faces now. I remember the first time that I was here, I was barely speaking and very shy. And now I'm full of energy as well. And I got my first $3,000 client last week. Yeah, she is the one that makes advertising for Disney in all around Latin America. So that was a major win and a self-confidence boost as well. And I don't know, I'm making music again. So that's
so good.
I'm really happy.
Dude, I thank you so much. Like, I love what you're doing and how you're just doing everything that I ask you to do and you're like diving in head first and getting the results. I would love for you to just share a little bit about the masterclass thing, like the kind of the practical things that you did to create the results that you recently created, so that other people have an idea of how you made it happen.
Okay, so I followed the masterclass suggestion that you told me about, that it was to just like put around a masterclass around the topic that I'm building, which is persuasion. And I was a little bit scared to do it, to be honest. However, I remember that you told me, when are you going to do it? And I was like, yeah, I will do it on Friday. And it was Wednesday. I didn't know anything about how I'm going to set it up. I remember I found some slides that I had already created like a year ago. And then you gave me the script, the webinar script for, the step-by-step. So I just adapted to it. I had around 22 clients who bought the it was a $49 ticket, and then it was a $67 for the last 2 days, because I had to move it on to Saturday. So I didn't do it on Friday as I told you, but I did the next day because I had the mastermind with my own group, and and it was nice. A lot of people show up. Then I started doing the how you call it, implementation sessions.
Mm-hmm.
And they were awesome, because I used to do some sales script, which was very stiff. And so I kind of do it just like you did it with me, like just talking and coaching them and explaining a little bit of what they could do, clarify their doubts. And well, I closed this. I had like 10 people register for them. However, 2 of them were already my clients, so I didn't do anything different. And I had like six people, which were kind of my clients. And I closed the Disney one, and I closed two for a 197 recurring revenue each month on a chat. So we chat on the Slack, and well, it works. It works. And now I'm doing, you told me to start from the top, like tell them about my high ticket program. If they weren't like able to be inside of it, I will just drop it to the 197 each month and just close one today as well. So it works. It works a lot. And I'm really, really happy.
Dude, so awesome, dude. Congrats. Can we give some snaps for Esteban, dude? Dude, we're celebrating you, brother. Congratulations. You definitely earned it.
Thanks.
So good, so good. What will be like the number one lesson you've learned during this process? And if you could go back, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago when you started this journey, what will be a lesson you would give yourself, 3 weeks ago to because then like 3 weeks ago you were, like you said, like depressed, and like, by the way, thank you for sharing that. Like takes vulnerability and courage to say, and yeah, what did Esteban like 3 weeks ago need to hear that made a shift for you?
Like get some confidence in yourself and really believe in what you can how you say it, like help people with their problems, like really believe that you got the tools, that you got the information, that you got the knowledge. And although I knew about it, I wasn't ready. I wasn't feeling like I could really, really help people. I was with a lot of self-doubt. If you recall, we were having some sessions about that. I didn't feel worthy of like speaking to other people, like really providing them with value. I was in a low place. That's what yeah.
So you said like just like have some confidence and believe in yourself and your ability to solve problems for other people, right?
Definitely.
Dude, that's key, man. And to piggyback off of that, like one of the mantras that I think we talked about on one of our calls is that a lot of people are dealing with like the imposter syndrome or certification syndrome, that they feel like they need to have more certification, more experience, or ABC in order to help another person, right? And that's a big bullshit limiting belief and story. It doesn't serve anyone. And what I think the mantra we discussed is this: it's a writer downer. It's I don't need to be an expert to solve someone's problem, right? I don't need to be an expert to solve your problem. And one of the frameworks we'll talk about later on, and I'll have a masterclass actually next week. We're going to talk about the problem solution framework, because if all you focus on is the problems at hand that their ideal clients are having, then you don't need to. It doesn't matter how qualified you are. It doesn't matter where you come from. If you can solve that problem, that's literally all you need to do. Only focusing on that, and literally everything else is secondary to that. So again, like big congrats to you, Esteban. I just felt like it was a great opportunity to share some wins and some inspirations. So I'd love to hear from the group, like even if you're watching on the live stream, like what are your takeaways from that? Is that inspiring to you? Like, is this something that, like, how are you feeling about this? Like, what are your takeaways and feelings around this? I love sharing wins. It's like a big part of our culture, I believe, here in the group and in the conscious entrepreneur community, even though our titles are shifting. So go ahead.
Just seeing the energy that's in your voice and the smiles on your face, like I can just tell that's genuine happiness. And so, congrats to you for improving your life and, doing those things you just mentioned. But also too, congrats to Miro for, helping them have that breakthrough. That's awesome.
Thanks, brother. And I know you're doing the same thing for your people, dude. So I'm only
Thanks,
a reflection of you, brother. Ken is a legend. So Amanda has a great share. Happy. Finding the confidence is important. Ellie says, it's definitely, I feel I'm the point Esteban was a few weeks ago. Wow. To need that hope and belief. Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that. You're definitely not alone. So that's why we're here, right? Tristan and Saber says, I can be work in progress and help people at the same time. 100%. Yeah, we're all work in progress. That's key.
And it's good to, when something goes really well, just confirm to yourself that life is going great. And because we get so caught up in what's not working. And when we actually confirm what is working, we start to really notice more of what is working. And, it's confirmation of that. So well done.
Totally. So good. And Donna too, you did the mastermind, the masterclass model, and do you want to share a couple of wins, like how that's been working for you?
Yeah, so amazing. I've been getting clients on calls and closing them with sessions and, commitment from them and, helping them to bust through their limiting beliefs on, the clarity call. When they have trust issues with being able to invest, helping them through that on the call, and then they actually invest, which is just amazing. So yeah, massive win. And that was scary because you gave me one day of saying just do it, and I've never done it before, so I was really out of my comfort zone, but it went really well. I think practice makes perfect though.
So good. And that's so true too. I think a lot of us, when it comes to launching a live event, whether it's online or in person, it's always the like, well, we got to get it perfect, right? Like we don't want to fuck it up. And that's the same thinking that makes it just us push it out in the future to like never ever land, because it's never going to be perfect. And we're never going to be absolutely 100% ready. And if you do wait until you're 110% ready, then you waited too long. You missed a lot of opportunity, right? And so just like one of the biggest things is just setting a date or having somebody tell you like, this is the date that it happens. That's been a big change for me and a big help. I'm curious, Donna, can you tell us some tangibles, like some numbers, whether it's numbers of calls booked or clients created or cash collected? Can you share any of those?
Yes, I had one client that's been having coaching with me every single week. So she's having a coaching session, which is, I charge $297 for just like the hour. And so she's been having consistent sessions with me. She wants to pay that way, which is fine. And just, I've had like 20 more people come into my group over the next like day or so as well. And just more engagement in my group. And yeah, more referrals. I've had like 3 referrals over this week as well, which has just been amazing. They've just come out of the blue. So yeah, really, really happy.
That's the best one. I mean, that's a huge sign of trust when people have sessions with you and they tell their friends or others to come. And so on that note, I want to thank all of you guys for inviting your friends and keep having new people coming in. I love that. Even to the group or onto these calls. I totally appreciate that. It's a big sign of trust. Well, dope. I love that. And you brought up, Donna, just kind of focusing on what's working. And in my healing practice, and I'll share a little bit more about that later, I'm learning, I've been certified, speak of certifications, to do theta healing, which is an amazing belief change method. And it's for grateful manifestation too. And some of you have experienced this. I know Esteban has, and Kate did, and Donna, you did too, right?
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
And so in that, what I'm doing, I can tune into people's like energy field and what's sort of wrong with them, but I can also ask what's right with them, what's amazing about this person. And since I'm having this ability, that's the first thing I do when I connect with the person. I go like, what's actually amazing about this person? And I would love for you to do just for yourself, as an exercise. I'm going to put 3 minutes on the clock, and I'm going to ask you guys to just list what's actually working in your business right now. What's working in your business right now? Because I know we're all wired to look for opportunities to find problems, and I'm inviting you to find opportunities to like what's actually working and how are you winning right now. So thank you all for putting your wins in here. But I think what's working is a different type of question. It's more of like, what is the sort of processes, the things that when you do them and just continue doing them, you experience more and more success. So it's not about the result of the win, more about the process. So clearly masterclasses and doing these live events and online challenges, something that's working for Esteban, myself, and for Donna. And I'm very curious what's working for you guys. So I'm going to put a timer on the clock. And you know what? The way I'm going to do this, I'm going to play a little song. So
yeah, if anyone wants to go or doesn't want to go, I'll go first.
Real quick, Ken. This exercise, and I wasn't clear about my instructions, is to like type it into the comment box first, just so that everybody gets it out at the same time, and then I'll select a couple of you, and I might give you a chance to share it out loud. Is that cool?
Yeah.
So for the next 3 minutes, we might not need 3 minutes. Ready, set, go. What's working in your business right now? I'm gonna look for some good tunes to jam to. Music is such a great way to set a timer. Can you guys hear this? Now you should be able to hear it. All your responses. Whoa. Time to wrap up. We're still typing. And that's time. All right. All right, Ken, it's your go. What's working for you, brother? I'm going to turn off the music.
Awesome. So I'm about to sign a contract with this one company that's going to be sending me all their clients that they do different marketing services for, and I'm going to be the one that's in charge of delivering it. And so at the moment, I need to make sure that I get all my own systems dialed in to make sure that I can then pass it off to a team member on my end. But basically, this company is going to Gravid Castle, my company, to have us deliver on our end. And so instead of me having to actually market myself, well, then now I'm just going to be handed all these clients, and I just make sure that whatever we got to do on our end to make sure that they get awesome results is, done. And they're going to have enterprise level clients, companies that have big budgets. And so no more what I've been kind of struggling with, but also just like having to overcome each time, which I feel like all of us can relate to, is some people nickel and dime you, right? It's like you give a price that you feel is definitely reasonable, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, I need to do a payment plan, or I need to wait. Like I'm gonna, for the first time, like have all these different clients coming this way that have these giant budgets, and there's no longer going to be, well, let's think about it. It's gonna be like, all right, what do we got to pay? And so that's really exciting. It hasn't been finalized yet, and so this should be within the next week or two. But at least that's something that like I planted these seeds of building this connection with this guy for the past few months, and making sure that I don't rush it. And then all of a sudden, now this is going to turn out to be something much bigger than what I thought it would be. So which is kind of exciting.
Dude, that's awesome. Epic. What would be the sort of practical lesson or takeaway for all of us or any of us to implement in terms of, it looks like getting like more bigger, like B2B type clients, right?
Yeah. Well, the lesson is plant your seeds and continue watering them, even if they don't sprout or you don't get whatever results you want right away. So for the past few years, they definitely experienced plenty of ups, plenty of downs, and there's definitely been moments where it's like, all right, I need to get some cash in. But if you're smart and you play the long game, then that's what's going to actually give you a beautiful garden rather than just a few blueberries that you're snacking on.
So good. Great analogies. I'm going to continue with that analogy and just go through a couple of these wins and what's working in the comments. I think speaking with to the planting seeds analogy, everyone is doing daily emails to his list. I don't know, it's been working really well over time. Building the group, talking in public from heart to heart instead of just following a script. Master classes, key. Tristan says, getting my group set up and getting solid people that are wanting to make an impact, using both personal and group, but starting to put more focus on the group. Great, there's some trends here emerging. Big fan of groups. It's what I coach my people on. My persistence, says Ellie, my coachability, learning new fun marketing methods, having a lot of community support. There it is again, community, love it. That's your comments from Ken. And Glow says, consistent exercise, prayer, meditation, connection, consistency with discipline within my resolve. Love that. And Amanda says, align connections coming to you. Okay. Speaking out in public on Facebook and getting positive feedback and affirmations. My clients are really responding and healing from my work in amazing ways. I love what you do so much, Amanda. It's amazing. Inspiring. As Donna, I think, Donna, you did a summary of what everybody was sharing earlier. Is that what I'm looking at here? You're muted. Go ahead. Unmute yourself.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I've copied and pasted that. I didn't mean to do that, but I have just put down that collaborations, aligned connections, and referrals have been the biggest wins.
So for sure. Awesome. All this inspiration happening. Love that. Okay. I'm noticing some people haven't responded, and so I'm assuming that nothing is working in your business and you have 0 wins to share. So then I would say congratulations on being here. That would be a win, like you're in a community of support. That gives me an idea who needs to have a hot seat on this call today in order to have some breakthroughs. So yeah, I think that might be a good point to do a quick transition. So for those of you who are new, welcome. I don't think we've had Eileen on before, so welcome. I don't think Kelly has been on before, so welcome, Kelly. You're currently muted, but if you would like, I'll give you an opportunity to speak in a little bit. The way we do this, typically for an hour we meet and we do hot seats. That means that one person at a time gets to share who they are, what are they celebrating, which we've covered today, and what is their biggest challenge, or what is something that they want to move forward and faster on inside of their businesses. And then as a group, we all give them collaborative, clarifying questions. Complete clarity is going to be the first benefit you're getting from this. And then resources and support. So systems, connections, introductions, and sometimes just advice around how to handle that. Because chances are, if you have any challenge whatsoever, there's somebody in this group who had that challenge before, or who knows somebody who did, and we can knock that out. And it's pretty consistently, we've been able to solve pretty much any problem in 8 minutes or less. So with all that said, who feels courageous and is playing full out today to grab a hot seat?
Yeah, I wanted to introduce you to Christopher Tambi also. Sorry, I'm speaking Spanish, but
cool.
I think he wants to go on the hot seat too.
Love it. Are you being volunteered or?
Yeah, that'd be lovely. Thank you.
Awesome. So Christopher, is it pronounced Christopher?
See, it is. Sí.
Okay. Can you
Yes.
can you pronounce your name for us just so I'm super clear?
Sí, Christopher.
Christopher. Beautiful. Well, welcome. And who are you and what are you doing for people, Christo?
Cool. So try to keep it to a minimal.
Yeah. In fact, you have 1 minute. And so we have time boxes for each. I'm glad you remind me. I'll put 60 seconds on the clock for you to just share with us who you are and what are you celebrating right now.
Absolutely. So I am very grateful to be on this call, and I'm very grateful for Glow to be introducing me. I am an entity in Costa Rica at this time right now that is very fascinated by the healing space, both within the land and within the self. I'm very grateful to be continuously consistent within my practice, both in the disciplinary actions of strengthening the body, strengthening the core, and allowing that to provide space for the mind to be clear. So martial arts, things of that nature, I'm really fascinated by. And the wins.
What do you do?
What do I do right now? What am I working on? So right now I'm really fascinated with projects that really are energy focused and a way of creating holistic dividends to be able to monetize people's actionable influences throughout different aspects of our world, including environmental climate conditions, and along with food freedom and different things of that nature, how to create material science to also help propagate better infrastructures and institutions
Love that.
in other regions. Some of the wins right now, I'm in this beautiful space, Cora Vida, and I've got a chance to meet a lot of wonderful people working on a multifaceted variety of different projects to help strengthen the immunity and the core systems to give people the ability to exponentially create freedom within the space of real estate, residential real estate. with also creating a agriculture and permaculture project to be able to basically enhance the minds of not only the youth, but of eldership and indigenous communities out here through the regions of Costa Rica, and be able to provide that to people of influence. And
Love that. I'm gonna chime in to create some laser focus on this. So in let's say 2 minutes or less, what is your biggest challenge right now, or something that you want to move faster on?
So, I'm sorry, say it one more time.
So in 2 minutes or less, what is your biggest challenge right now?
The biggest challenge right now,
Mm-hmm.
I would say the biggest challenge right now is, and it's not really a challenge. It's more of creating alignments and communication. But for obvious reason, there are a lot of aspects within the circumstances of old paradigms that we're bridging and co-creating. And so it's really just about, being able to create that consistent communication and just, really, I think the things that we notice within ourselves and within others is there's always healing, or there's always other aspects that we can do better to improve upon in our lives. How we're eating, what we're thinking, like the mind, the heart, the body. And when you're working with a team of individuals, you start to notice the complexities of the dynamics of how you're creating these bridges within these spaces. And so when you want to influence positivity within the team, I think it's just about, again, making sure that the team is committed to the consistency of the intentional message and building those bridges. So it's always about observation and really getting to know people without any judgments, and
Mm-hmm.
allowing them also to express themselves freely. So
Got it.
sometimes can be challenging.
Yeah, I understand that. So I'm going to ask some clarifying questions. Is that okay?
Sure, please.
In fact, I'm going to open up the clarifying questions for the group, so we're all understanding where you're at. And how can we support you? What kind of support are you looking for in terms of advice, resources, introductions, clarity, perhaps? How can we support you on this call today?
Wow, that's a very impactful question, and I'm very grateful to be open to that. But yes, support would be epic to be on this journey, because I'm always a student, and there are things that I can improve and enhance within my lifestyle that I'd love to share with others. At this time right now, I'm creating an executive summary that's enveloping, and Glow's been a really big proponent of this, that's going to be enveloping a lot of different infrastructures and communities such as yours. And we're really looking to really focus on how to levitate those situations and be more impactful and more strategic, and again, creating more consistency in communication. So instead of partitioning ourselves out in a myriad of different platforms, we're really trying to at least hopefully consolidate to streamline a lot of this information, especially to the multitude of intentional communities and sovereign nations and different indigenous regions that are very impactful right now in the manufacturing and processing of healthy materials, including building materials as well. So if anyone is interested in those type of modalities, I would be gracious enough to also be in a healing space, meditation, yoga, or any of those type of lifestyle healing plans. I'm, again, always a student, so very grateful and very honored to be, again, a part of this call.
For sure. So this is the part of the call where we all kind of get to have clarity around your needs. And so I'm going to open up for the group to start asking you clarifying questions, and I invite you guys to play full out. So I'll put 2 minutes on the clock, and that's clarifying time. So I'm going to, again, the room is open for everybody to unmute yourself and ask questions one at a time, of course. And, my first question for you is, if you're walking away from this call and like your biggest challenge is solved, what would that look like?
I'm sorry.
What would you walk away with this call if your biggest challenge was solved? How to solve your biggest challenge?
How to solve
it's not how to solve your biggest challenge. It's what does it look like? So we get a picture. Like if you're walking away smiling, and next week you're back and you're celebrating. Hey guys, this is my win of the week. Like, what would you be happy celebrating? I want to get crystal clear on what a win looks like for you.
Okay, a crystal clear win. I think a crystal clear win would be that we would at least, from my standpoint, it would be ensuring ensuring that the team here, like our core group, knew their roles and specifications, and that I was doing my part in order to be able to honor each individual's respected opportunities. So I think that that's like kind of my primary focus right now and objective is just to get clear on the intentions of others in the group and just create a consolidated team that's going to be committed to reaching that.
Got it. How many team members do you have?
Right now in the household, we have about, we have 2 IT developers, 1 senior, 1 very savant. We have a mastermind group of about 3 other people here in the household. And I would say we have just 2 brilliant agriculture and permaculture people as well. So a total of around 7 people-ish. But there's kind of people coming in and out in circles. So I would say somewhere on upwards in the area, probably about 11-ish.
Cool.
So, and it's really just.
Do you have regular team meetings?
No, see, that's the other thing too. It's like, I would really like to get, kind of that coordinated and really resolved so that we kind of clear expectations.
And do you have a designated leader of the group?
I don't believe so at this time. I feel like there's certain people that are vouching for that position in a way, but because the complexity is very dynamic and there's 2 encompassing projects, one primarily focused in IT and creating infrastructure and design around that, the other permaculture and agriculture on large hectares, large pieces of land. And really kind of the conformity of the 2, it's almost it's a little difficult to say who's playing what role right now.
Cool. I love that. So does anybody else, I feel like I have a pretty clear understanding of where you're at and what your needs are. Thank you for playing full out. Does anybody else have any finally clarifying questions for Crystal Wu? Oh, good. Give a thumbs up if you're clear on what Crystal needs. Cool. What's a thumbs up? Great. I'm going to shut up for a minute because I don't want to take up all of space here. I want to give people an opportunity to shine. Who's got some support, resources, advice for Crystal Wu based on what he shared with us?
And if I may say one more other thing, real fast, the primary people that are a bit of our seniors that are coming from, they're kind of more of an eldership, been in circles for quite some significant time, circles with high-level influencers and celebrity iconism. There's always just trying to create the bridge between that kind of continuum and the new paradigm with new generational energy, trying to invoke again holistic dividends and kind of more of the mentality of what the future will kind of entail. And
what I'm hearing is I've come from I used to be a consultant in global digital marketing, so I worked for a big marketing agency. We worked with big teams of developers, graphic designers, creatives, all kinds. And we had clients, and clients had certain expectations and their own wants and needs. But what I'm seeing here is that you have a team that doesn't have a designated leader. You don't have a designated cadence of regular meetings where people are sharing their challenges and their vision and their values. So that's why you don't have alignment. And then you don't have somebody who's kind of the spearheader who goes like, okay, this is my team. Like this, we have this goal. You're the client. Like here's I'm the bridge. My goal is to accomplish this vision for you guys and with you. And you just need somebody who connects the dots. And a lot of times when you have a what's the word? Like a leadership clash where like people are trying to hash out who's going to be the leader. That's when it's kind of more around like ego, like somebody's either not worthy of being a leader or somebody feels so important that they need to be the leader. That's all bullshit. It's like we said in the beginning of the call, it's really all about solving problems, right? Like you don't need to be worthy or an expert or have more certifications in order to solve problems. And a leader is a person that sees the need and meets it, right? And overcomes their own bullshit. So in order to serve in the end of the service. So does this make sense so far?
Mm-hmm.
So sounds like all you need is to give yourself permission to set a date and time for a team meeting where people can align on their vision and their values. And so you can actually have a regular recurring cadence of creating cohesiveness inside of your organization. So my question for you, Christopher, is by when can you set up that meeting?
Today, I believe we could get this
4 o'clock.
3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Yes, definitely today.
Okay.
Oh,
which one is it? 3 or 4? Is it 4? Okay, cool. Will you post an update about how the meeting went?
Yes, absolutely. We'll do.
All right. We'll look
Thank you for
forward
holding me accountable.
to that. We'll be counting on you to celebrate your first team meeting next week.
Thank you.
Can I just do a quick like mini 10% hot seat real quick?
I think Amanda had something to contribute to Christo as
Yeah,
well.
I was just
Okay.
thank you. I was just going to say I've never done this, but I've heard of things in families where they have like a talking stick, and if you haven't actually got a clear leader at the moment, if somebody can just chair that meeting so that it happens, you can sit in a circle so that there's no hierarchy, and you can pass a stick so that everybody gets to say their piece.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great advice.
Just an idea.
Thank you. Grateful.
Do you feel loved and supported with that, Christo?
Yeah, I think it's definitely so that everyone feels heard and contributed, and then that there's the ability to really listen without thoughts being processed, and there will be no interruptions, so that one can finish the thought and continue to create make sure that the table is a round table. Everyone feels equal.
Yeah. And you don't need to think about yourself as like this crazy important super duper leader. You just got to facilitate a conversation for the group.
Yeah. I'll be the first to tell you I do not. Leadership is an interesting dichotomy, and I really am a strong believer in being a guide and guiding people through process and being a guardian of the guides. So
love that. Sweet. Well, snaps for Christo, everyone. Thanks for playing full out, brother.
Thank you.
Okay, so Glow has volunteered for a hot seat.
Okay.
Everyone say what's up, Glow.
What's up, everyone?
Hi, Glow.
Hey, nice to be here. So grateful for all the people. We just went on like a 3-hour run this morning, so I'm really burnt, but it's really good. So this is my first moment online, which is great because I love being offline and being able to get away from the notifications and get clarity with nature myself.
Glow, you got 60 seconds on the clock. Who are you and what are you celebrating?
My name is Glow. I'm on a mission to protect water and unite all conscious organizations and have the opportunity to express myself freely, to create that, and to shift our market into supporting businesses, people, and products that will create us a better world, including the economy, shifting the economy into a new one, because right now we're just stuck in this old society. I will move forward, I guess. Can I go into, what am I celebrating? Is that what I'm celebrating? What I'm celebrating is like we're having a live mapping session tomorrow with HoloMap, which is basically like connecting all these global map systems that are uniting, and also got connected to a super amazing organization called Wisdom Leaders. So they're just uniting all these indigenous people and their messages and their voices.
Love that.
Yes.
So cool. You got 60 seconds on the clock. What's your challenge right now?
My biggest, the one that I want to bring up right now is all these amazing projects are happening right now here, and I just see the opportunity for all these to connect and unite, and how they fit underneath this one platform and under like our collective unifying flag, I guess. And like Krista was saying, like just the dissonance, the non-connection between people's projects is frustrating, and I want to be able to connect with Peter, who is super connected to Hollywood, so that we can get our connection to Leonardo DiCaprio, so we can make this movie about regenerating the planet. And also I see all this talent here. Like we have this guy who's like the best marketer in the world, like every 8-step story, like 8-step like formula for everything. I can see how this can be created for everyone that's doing anything for the world, and how we can unite all these projects together.
Okay, and so what does support look like for you if you walk away and you want to celebrate something specific, right? I think you guys have trouble like being really like with the tangible and like things that we can see and like take a picture of. Like what does success look like for you? Like if you come back next week and you have a win to celebrate, what does that sound like?
If I come back next week and I have a win, I'll be working with this gentleman Peter on the Terra Vita and social equity projects, but within that being able to bring in Kelly's vision of like the master eco city plan, and then underneath that be able to have the plan going forth for the film, and have him on board of being like excited about being a part of creating this film, and then wanting to connect us to specific people in the Los Angeles sphere.
Gotcha. Cool. So it's time for clarifying questions. I'm going to give us 2 minutes for this, and I'm opening it up to the group to clarify what Glow needs. Ready, set, go. So you feel free to unmute yourself and shine. Trust yourself. You all got something to contribute. I'm going to volunteer people to speak. You don't want to be volunteered by me. Clarifying questions. So an example of a clarifying question is, so sounds like you want to work with a certain person to create a partnership with them.
Mm-hmm.
And, why not just reach out to them and have you asked? I guess that's a clarifying question. Have you asked him to collaborate with you?
Not specific, like not formally.
Have you asked him in any way?
Yeah.
So like in an inferential way, like, hey, that would be a nice idea, but not like.
Can you connect me to Leonardo DiCaprio?
What is the blockage of like actually making that happen?
Well, the first day that we met, well, not first day, but I was really focused on all of our projects, so I didn't really have time to spend looking at his pitch deck. So I feel like that was a little bit, but maybe if I can kind of be able, it's hard, I guess, if I can kind of write something that connects all these other projects into what we're doing and make it like valuable for him as well, kind of see the value in the proposal.
Would the person that connected to Hollywood, like, would they be open to like setting up a meeting?
Can you say that again?
The person that that's connected to Hollywood, would you be able to set up a meeting with him and like have a clear action plan of what you could do?
Yeah, I mean, he's here, so.
He's right behind you.
Yeah.
So I heard that he's right behind you?
Yeah.
No, in the other house.
He's just
okay.
right here.
I thought you meant like right here. It's like right here now. That would be amazing. So just you said set up a meeting with a call to action, or what do you mean? A summary? Game plan?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Who's talking? I can't see you.
Tristan.
Okay. Oh, hi, Tristan. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I feel like that would be like the next action step to do.
Summary, yeah, summary and game plan. What would be valuable for someone in like for Leo? What would be valuable for someone in Hollywood to be a part of the project? What do you think would be valuable?
So I think Glow, I think you're trying to already solve like problems at step 3, but step 1 is to connect with this guy, right?
Yeah.
So what's the next action step?
To make a meeting, we'll make a kind of summary of like what the proposal is and like the purpose and the value for them as well.
Okay.
And then ask him to meet for 20 minutes this afternoon. Maybe like 6 or 7 o'clock.
Okay. So can you have your summary? I mean, sounds like all you need is like a couple of bullet points
Mm-hmm.
and like a message. Hey, you got 20
I feel
minutes.
like it's more of like a couple points, but because I'm like kind of mind mapping all the projects and like how we can fit Terra Vita into it as well, and social equity. But yes.
So I'm curious, Glo, if you're him and you got a lot of stuff going on and you're like a high value person, would you rather have like a long summary or like 3 or 4 bullet points?
Yeah, 1 page. Well, at least, I mean, I would say maybe 1 page, or but 3 and 4 bullet points. That's good. Yeah, like problem, action, solution, I guess.
Yeah. Would you prefer to read like a text message sized message or like a several page document?
Or just in person, a video. Yeah, no, I don't want to read a bunch of like a long business executive's plan. Yeah, that's true.
You think he might also just be open to connecting to an awesome human being who's working on exciting stuff, who's his neighbor?
Yeah.
Okay. So 6 o'clock, yes?
Yes.
Are you committed?
Yes. Committed to the day. By the end of the day.
Okay. And if anything were to stop you from having that conversation at 6 o'clock, what would it be? And how would you overcome that challenge?
Make a meeting for tomorrow in case other things come up.
What could possibly come up that would stop you from doing that, which is your
if he's busy. I mean, because there's a lot of things going on, right? And everything is not really organized, as Krista was saying, is like not having organized meetings. So, I mean, I think a lot of things are always happening. No project management. So there's no project management, and it's hard to just actually share my voice and share my truth.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
I think.
Yeah, go ahead, Tristan.
Maybe through that meeting that you guys plan on setting up today, if everybody is able to actually meet, maybe that's an opportunity to talk about creating a meeting with him.
And just sharing the vision too of how everyone links together. Yeah.
That's a great point, Tristan. I think that one of the big things that this team is missing is absolute complete crystal clarity and specificity. Can you say the word Glo and Chris Vu? Like, I'd love for you to say the word specificity. Just say it out loud, because it's going to be
specificity.
Yes.
Specificity. Be specific. Be specific.
Yeah, because if you're going in a room with somebody who doesn't have a lot of time, who's an important person, they like to know specifically what they're dealing with. You know.
Mm-hmm. I also, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that this is a really very far-reaching and important project, isn't it? And he might not, when you talk about the value to him, that, as Miro says, that might not be what you think it needs to be whatsoever. And I think you all need to take a deep breath before you approach it. I think you really need to kind of own this and go to him and speak to him your truth. And you don't know what might come of this. You need to stop like this, and you need to just breathe and ground yourselves and go in and talk to him as a person, because he's just a person. Really. Yeah, there's too much going on like this. Just breathe.
Who else is feeling what Amanda is saying right now?
I also think that if he's already there in the place where you are, there's some kind of connection.
Yeah.
Like you're in the same spot with similar people with similar brain waves right now. The atmosphere is in a nice place, so definitely there's some kind of connection. It's not like you're trying to reach him in his office in Los Angeles, right?
That's true. That is true. Very true. Very true. Yes, 100%. We're all here in this moment now, so it's the time to take action. And
it feels to me like you all need to remember that. Like, even the thing about sitting in the circle, if you can all breathe together or all do some kind of meditation or yoga, I just feel like the energy's there, but you're kind of all, you're not relaxing into letting that all connect between you, but you are a team and you're all on a common purpose. So that's what you just need to spend some time relaxing into letting that integrate. Does that make sense?
100%. I would love to have these meetings start with a meditation that I would love to
Something like
lead,
that.
but it's, yeah, I'm not the leader right now, or I'm not the guider right now. So
Who is the
maybe
leader?
I could lead a meditation at the beginning. That would be amazing and wonderful, or anyone that's here. But yeah.
Any of you can do it. Just somebody, just decide. There's nothing wrong with deciding to pull people together.
Yeah. 100%. Thank you.
Yeah. Cool.
Do you feel loved and supported right now, Glo?
Yes. Thank you so much.
Awesome. And we can look forward to your progress report.
Yes.
And your wins next week.
Yes. Thank you.
Love that. Sweet. We're close to the time. Typically, we allow people to kind of hop off. Is somebody feeling the burning desire to jump on and do a hot seat? I'm open to opening up one more. As everyone is typing in, Eileen.
Come on, Eileen.
I love that you volunteered her. That's
Okay.
being a leader, delegating people.
Okay, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, this is a big challenge for me. Hello, everyone, because speaking in public, like with you guys in a different language, this is a challenge for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm living the challenge.
Awesome. Snaps to Eileen, everyone. Thanks for hopping on.
Well, as you say during the week, that things shouldn't be hard. Like if you go and you just let flow everything, all the energy, and you do the work, things are gonna happen by themselves. It shouldn't be hard. Something like that is happening to me. Like I met someone that, well, I reached out to my niche, and it's a poor niche. Like female entrepreneurs, for example, in my country are very poor. Like they don't have the tools, they don't have the knowledge. They just want to grow, but it's very hard for them to afford the help they need. And I met someone that is willing to invest $100,000 on my projects. So I'm working. Yes, I'm very excited about it. I'm finishing for all this crap to finish, and I'm working on my projects and everything, because we have to create a new business kind of thing, so she can give me the money and everything. And just for no reason, a friend of me spoke to me asking me if I knew someone that could help financiating her project. So I'm like, okay, yes, I have the right person. We can probably work together, and it's a very big project. So I'm very happy about it. I'm very excited.
Yeah,
and I just have to trust the person that's offering me this, because I have no reasons not to trust. But it's hard to trust someone you don't really know, and you have not signed any documents and all that. So I'm kind of having that internal conflict, like trusting someone when people is telling me, why are you trusting her if she hasn't given you anything yet? I'm like, she hasn't. Why shouldn't I trust her? She has not given me any reason not to trust. So so far it's very good. So I'm getting there in touch with my niche. I totally understand their needs. So I'm very happy about it. I'm gonna continue with all this job I have to do this week. Lots of things to do. So
love that.
That's kind of about it.
Sweet. Well, congratulations on the potential investor at 100,000. That's kind of amazing. I'm gonna put a timer on the clock so you can tell us a little bit more about your challenge and how you would like to be supported. Okay. So what's the challenge?
My challenge.
I'm hearing like there's a trust challenge with the potential investment, but can you explain more? What's the challenge?
People are not used to trust people they don't know here. Like they always think people's going to screw you somehow, like when they have the chance. And I totally feel that I can trust her. I have no reasons not to do it. I just have to let it go. It's been amazing this couple of weeks, these past few months. So I'm totally into it. I guess my challenges right now are to finish all the work I have to get done before the quarantine is finished. Because once it's finished, I'm gonna have tons of work to do, and I cannot afford to not finish this on time.
Gotcha. Sweet. Whoops, that's really loud. Let me stop that. Cool. So I'm hearing a couple of things. One is about the trust issue. It sounds like other people think you can't trust this person. So whatever, right? Like, why is that important what other people think, right? Like, it's not. So sorry, I'm making fun of it, but it's one of those things that like, who's that you can't trust this person?
Well, people around me, they're like, oh my God, how can someone offer you so much money? I'm like, there are people in the world that has lots of money. She's actually Maserati from Italy, living in
Oh yeah,
Chile.
you told me about this before. That's great.
Yeah, so she's crazy about
yeah.
helping people somehow.
Oh yeah, that's totally normal. So the people who are like, you know, putting thoughts and words into your head, are they successful entrepreneurs that you should be listening to?
No, they are not. No, they are not. But it's a conflict that you face. Like, I cannot share with them everything that I feel, or they won't understand the reasons why I'm doing what I do, why I'm taking all this risk and not having results yet, like money results, to say something. But I know that something big is coming, so I'm not gonna stop now for not having
Sure.
money.
So
They're offering me.
there's an important challenge I want to point out too, because if I don't, then that might be a problem for you. So you have a potential investor who loves what you do, but it sounds like also you're overwhelmed with work. So like you want to get everything sort of done before the end of the quarantine because you're going to have a lot of work to do. What is your sort of action plan? Like you have a business that you want to get off the ground, and it's just important that if you want to receive the blessing of the financial investment, that you know like what you do with it, right? Like, do you know what the money would be allocated for, or you just like want money so that the business can go? Like, do you have a plan?
I have my first project already, so we're kind of working on it, starting. This happened just 2 days ago. So a friend of mine wants to start aircraft maintenance center. So it's gonna be a female operated helicopters maintenance center, which is a very big project for females in the country. So
that's your first client?
Yes, that's gonna be the first
Awesome.
client.
Amazing, congratulations, that's a big deal. And what do you do for them?
I'm gonna be consulting for them.
Love
I'm
it.
gonna be consulting for them, yes.
And what problems will you be solving, or outcomes?
We still have to figure out, review the project and everything. It's
Gotcha.
just happening right now, so
Gotcha.
lots
You
of
gotta
work
do an
to do
assessment of
this.
sorts first.
Yes.
Gotcha. Cool.
I need to have the money first. If I don't have the money, no point on having so much plans.
And when you say you need to have the money first, you're talking about from the project, from the client, or from the investor to support the client?
Investors.
So I'm just asking some clarifying questions. Is that cool?
Yes.
You have a project that you don't have exact clarity on what their needs are, but you have an investor that's willing to fund the project?
Yes.
Okay. And why
Female
is
entrepreneurs to grow.
to help female entrepreneurs grow?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Through me. I'm going to be managing all this community. We're going to create national community for female entrepreneurs, a
Love that.
cooperative work. I'm not sure about the translation, but we're going to start, picking up some projects for female entrepreneurs along the country that are very good ideas and they cannot afford it. So my investor is going to, support them to launch them.
Love that.
Through me.
And you're helping them with the like sort of business plans and just understanding of how to do business, or what part are you helping them with? Or just to creating the community, the container of the people?
I have to create the community, and we're gonna start from there. Everybody have different needs, so it's gonna be very hard to define right now what I'm going to do, because I'm an industrial engineer. I know about projects and
Gotcha.
marketing and all that, but I know that they need to feel supported. They need to to grow internally, like to all this coaching thing that we have learned this, past year. It's amazing, and they are far from, having all the tools and the knowledge about their capabilities and all that stuff. So I have lots of work to do.
Gotcha. Cool. I love what you're doing, and I love your passion and energy behind it, helping female entrepreneurs. It's amazing.
Oh, I hope everything is gonna be fine. It's gonna be great, actually.
Trust, you got this. So I feel like, I mean, what do you need right now?
Nothing. I just wanted to share.
That's
This
awesome.
was a challenge for me.
Mhm.
I'm happy to speak, to you guys, to
Yeah,
share
well,
with
awesome.
someone.
Do you have support in this?
Yes.
Okay, great. Well, all set. Well, congratulations. I don't know what to say.
Thanks.
Like, it seems like you got this under control. Really exciting that you're helping entrepreneurs. And are you Mexico, or where in the world are you?
I'm from Chile.
Oh, from Chile.
Yes.
So good. We have got the whole world represented here. It's like a little United Nations. So good. Leaders across the world. We've got Kate from the UK. Haven't heard from you in a while, Kate. What's up? Well, snaps for Eileen, everyone. You're crushing it. I don't know. I have nothing to add to that. You freaking got this. And if you need help, like, we're here. You got Esteban.
Thanks. Thanks
He's the
very much.
master of disaster.
Yes. I've been bothering him already.
Got it. Very good. Yeah, keep bothering him.
Yeah,
Sweet.
it's good to have support.
Yeah, you're not alone, man. I know entrepreneurship is better done together, in my opinion. Done it the other way. Didn't work out very well. Yeah, sweet. So I feel like we're definitely at the time. I'm gonna leave it up to the group around next steps. Typically around this time, I would do a guided, shared meditation. I'm also okay with concluding early. I have something exciting that that I'm going to be doing later this week. If you guys want to hear about it, I have a masterclass on masterclasses. So what Donna and Esteban are describing. Yeah, I'm basically putting a masterclass together to, like, these guys are working with me one-on-one, but I'm putting together a masterclass where people can just basically go to the masterclass and do it on their own. So that's something that I'm working on. I'm really excited about. But other than that, I would leave it up to the group what you guys want to do. We can talk about masterclasses and like all the things that I'm working on, but that's selfish for me. This is a community support type thing. So I'm gonna ask it this way: like, what I'm gonna have some options. So type of 1 in the comment box if you want to do a meditation and get the fuck out of here. Type of number 2 if you want to learn more about like the masterclass thing happening on Friday, so you can get results like Esteban and Donna. And type of 3 for other, like, what do you need right now? If you need a hot seat or whatever. And I'm going to tune in with the Facebook Live group as well. So again, your options: meditation number 1, type 1. I'm typing this in for meditation, and peace out. By the way, when I say meditation, I'm recently certified with theta healing. That means I can do subconscious belief change, manifestation, all kinds of crazy cool stuff. Some of you guys experienced, and I love it. I love doing it. Type 2 for masterclass madness. And type 3, other. Boop. Vote now or forever be quiet.
1 and 2.
1 and 2. Okay. Maybe we'll do a little bit of both. That works too. All right. Amanda sent a private message to Esteban with the number 1. Okay, cool. All right, good, fine. I guess I'll do the meditation with you guys. With my ankles and wrists and things. Sweet. All right, good. I think the group has decided. I will tune in real quick with our group on Facebook to see if we have pesky commenters from the group. We sometimes do, and sometimes they come in later. And before we get ready, it's always good to lock in the lesson. Like, what's been the number 1 takeaway or lesson for you personally from today's call? So this is for you, 1 minute on the clock, number 1 takeaway from today. Pop it in the comments. Playing full out. Even you, Kelly. Welcome. calling people out here. That might be a good transition into the meditation bit. We heard from Donna, we heard from Esteban. Tristan had some great input for Crystal Wu and Glow, and Eileen shared some amazing projects. So there's a lot of lessons to be had. Let me think about it too. What did I learn from this? I mean, I'm just excited everyone's winning, you know? I love that so many things are just working for you guys. Tristan says, going for it. Getting structure. Mm-hmm. Everyone that loves being here with all of you. Love it.
Everyone's sending me private messages.
Looks like you're the leader of the group now. I'm going to promote you to captain of the Zoom calls. So good. Oh, great. Observing and learning is what Kelly says. Thanks for forwarding that. And as one says, gelling well. Okay. Everyone gelling well. It's a small group. Becoming a team. Like the structure of the early bit before the hot seats. Okay. Oh, just in terms of like what's working for you, like that kind of thing, that part of the call. That's great feedback. Sweet. Well, good. I'm glad you're getting something out of this. Self-trust and trusting in others. Yeah, it's a big one. So I'll share a little story around this, and then that's actually a great transition. We go into the meditation bit, and we'll peace out for today. So in terms of trust, so ever since I did the theta healing process and I got my training going, basically what happened is I had limiting beliefs about my superpowers and my sort of connection to the creator and God. And so in that process, I just kind of like removed them. And since then I get incredible intuitive guidance. And that means that, you know, basically you guys have maybe heard of the book Conversations with God or read like Eckhart Tolle and stuff like that. There's different books that were written from people who kind of have direct insights from God. And now basically imagine that I have access to that basically stream of consciousness as well at any time. It's something I can tune into. It's been amazing. And since then, basically God is like a parent, you know, or a universe or whatever you call it. And it's he like kind of knows more than you or I do. And so sometimes we have to take the nudge, right? We'll get in a nudge or a sign or a hint and get to follow that. It's kind of like in the Matrix, you know, following the white rabbit. Like it makes no sense, right? It makes no sense to follow a white rabbit, but when you do, and that's trust, without knowing where it's going to lead, it leads to amazing things. And so I think that everything happens for a reason, and we're actually exactly where we need to be right now to take the, you know, to seize everything that we ever wanted, you know, to learn the lessons that we need to learn and take the actions that we need to take and make the connections we need to make. And so that's been such a gift to just go all in and trusting that. It's been a roller coaster. So I highly recommend the book, for example, The Surrender Experiment. And I believe that I've noticed Scott Olford talks about this, Sam Owens talks about this. There's a book called The Surrender Experiment by somebody who's a CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company. And he started doing this. You know, he started trusting God, trusting the team, trusting whatever comes up in front of him and following the white rabbit in this way, and built like something really exponentially great. And I know a lot of you are here because you want to make a big difference in the world, you know? And so the way that comes is it just doesn't work from ego and from just like trying to figure it out and working it out like this way, the hard way, the hustle way. It actually works only. There's this level of growth that you can achieve this way. You can make 6 figures this way, but you can't make 7 figures this way, as an example, because it's going to require a team and it's require sort of a flow of the universe or energy or whatever for it to be in alignment with it. If you try to go against sort of the energy of the way, you know, the life force that permeates everything around us is intending to go, if you're trying to go against it, you'll have a difficult time making it happen, right? So allowing things to happen is really good. I love that. Tristan says, get out of the ego and turn we go. Exactly. That's how we go. So good. So funny. Saber said that, I think. It's a good one. So with all of that, maybe we can all benefit from some downloads and some meditation, perhaps, around trusting more. How does that sound? Amanda said something, but I didn't hear you. But I'm getting that it's a yes. All right. Cool. So what I do, I'm an energy healer. You know, I help people and healers and conscious entrepreneurs to grow their businesses. During this last live event, so again, I went through this time and I tuned in with God. I opened up my channel and asked, what is my purpose during this lifetime? And he told me that it was to help healers get paid to speak. I was like, all right, that's easy enough. And then I realized I'm already doing that. I'm already been facilitating these master classes for people who are literally showing up, sharing their truth, sharing what they know, and spreading their gifts. So that's why I thought it was great that we had Esteban and Donna on sharing just how that's working. Okay. So yeah, let's do this. So all you need to do, as a healer, what I do is I enter your energetic space, and all I need from you is permission. So if I have permission to enter your space energetically, just type a 1 in the comment box or say yes, or both, or give me a thumbs up. All of the above work. I accept that. I see your yes, Kelly. Thanks so much. Cool. And then I'm gonna tune in with the group and guide you. So feel free to relax and get comfortable in your seat. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Now you can center your energy in your heart. Just paying attention to your heart and breathing into it. And maybe imagine your energy from all your limbs going inside your heart. And from this place, you can drop your energy into the ground, into the core of the earth. Imagine just like roots going past the concrete, into the soil, past the dinosaur bones, past your ancestor, past the crystals, into the lava, into this core of the earth. And just feel that connecting and allow that energy from the earth, unwavering support energy, supporting you, rising up, going all the way up your spine, lighting up each of your chakras from the bottom, from the root, all the way top, all the way to the top of the crown. And when it's at the crown, just imagine a little bubble on top of your head and notice what color that bubble is. And you put yourself inside of that bubble. For me, it's like golden. And allow it to go up, 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 past the moon, past the stars, past the edge of the universe, past the universe to a layer of white and black colors, a series of white and black colors, until you get to a broad golden band. And you go through the golden band faster and higher, higher and faster. And you go through a pink jello-like substance. And it kind of feels like water. And you go through that and you look for the purple cloud, and you go through the purple cloud into the white window until you're in this amazing white space, this iridescent white thing that gives you tingly feelings. And you go deeper and deeper and higher into it, and resolve your bubble and just completely be immersed in this white light. That is the energy of creation. And just bask in this energy for a minute. And notice the tingling sensation at the top of your head, flowing down your body. In this place, we can do incredible things. Someone asked for permission to energetically enter the space of this group. Yeah. Go ahead and get in touch with the desire, just something you always wanted, something you want to manifest into your life. It may feel a little out of reach, because this is the place to make it happen. Maybe it's a home, a number of clients, a trip, a loving relationship. And as you get clear and have that desire now, you can make your request. And it goes like this. Dear universe, creator of all that is, it is requested that I have this in my life now. So I'm going to demonstrate. The universe, the creator of all that is, it has requested that I have this in my life now. 30 amazing clients inside of our masterclass for masterclasses this Friday. In the highest and best way, it is done, it is done, it is done. Show me. And I'm just visualizing all these amazing people coming to me. So make your request and say, it is done, it is done, it is done. Show me. And if you don't like the universe, you can say God. If you don't like the creator of all there is, insert the word that feels right for you. If you don't like request, you can say, I command you. I command you to have this in my life now. And the reason we say now is we don't want to put it in the future, because it'll always be in the future. It's now. It's already there. The people, the things, the events that you want, they're already there. We're just pulling them into the now. And now in this place, now that it's done, you can trust that that's taken care of. Let's install some beautiful beliefs around trust. It's just simply this. We're going to put the belief that I trust that all the things I desire are coming into my life now in the highest and best way. Okay? So again, the command is, dear creator of all there is, dear universe, or dear God. It is requested that this epic group has the belief, I trust that all the things I desire are coming into my life now. I have this into my life now in the highest and best way. Thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. Show me. I'm just seeing all you guys' beautiful dreams come true. And you trust in them. Is it also cool if I give you guys some healing and unconditional love while we're here? Sweet. Dear universe, it's requested that the healing is done on this epic group of conscious entrepreneurs. In the highest and best way. It is done, it is done, it is done. Show me. All right, and when you feel complete, on my count of 5, you can float back into your body and be fully present, fully energized to have an amazing rest of your day, and trusting 100% that your desires are already true. You already have them in your life now, and you're just waiting for them to show up. 1, 2, 3, and on 5, you're fully energized, back in the room, ready to see your dream life come true. 4, 5, boom. Welcome back. Who wants to share that experience? What's the one word? You can type in the comments, what's the one word, how you describe this experience? Or maybe you have 2 words, that's okay too. How are you feeling right now? And feel free to go off mute. We have 2 minutes and I can give you guys a chance to share about the experience. Tristan says it is done. Everyone says it's empowering.
Blissful.
Blissful. Nice. Calmed. Grateful. Nice. Awesome. All right. Well, feel free to off-mute yourself and just express your gratitude for each other. And we'll see you all next time.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, guys. See you next week.
Yay.
Next Monday.
Bye. Love you.
Love you guys. Oh, by the way, if you want to join our masterclass on Friday, hit me up with a message and I'll send you details. How about that?
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Peace.